Hello and welcome to this Tuesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Another man arrested during the 2024 Nanny sting operation has been sentenced to prison, this time for 27 months. An occupant of a Wenatchee hotel allegedly tried and failed to disable the smoke detector in their room and then started a small fire that activated the alarm. In weather, a warming trend begins tomorrow with temperatures climbing into the mid-80s by Friday. I'll have your full local weather forecast straight ahead. A Wenatchee man was arrested Sunday evening after police say he hit two men with a double-sided machete after an argument over rent money. 44-year-old Teodoso Alvarez Hernandez was arrested Sunday and booked into the Chelan County Regional Justice Center on suspicion of second-degree assault with a deadly weapon. Police found the two victims at a residence in the 200 block of Peters Street, with one of them actively bleeding. Both were transported to Confluence Health Hospital. One man was hit in the shoulder and the other on his right arm. Sheriff's deputies arrested Alvarez Sunday at his residence, a camp trailer in Wenatchee. They allegedly found a machete on the passenger floorboard of his vehicle with blood on it. Chelan County Judge Travis Brandt set his bail at $25,000 and scheduled his arraignment hearing for Wednesday. Another man arrested during the 2024 Nanny sting operation has been sentenced to prison, this time for 27 months. 37-year-old Patrick J. McWhinney of Wenatchee was among 12 men arrested during the Washington State Patrol operation, in which police posed online as people offering to facilitate sex with a minor child in exchange for money. McWhinney was originally charged with attempted child rape, but pleaded guilty in April to a lesser charge of commercial sexual abuse of a minor. Chelan County Judge Kristen Ferreira imposed the 27-month sentence on Monday. Two of the nanny defendants so far have been charged in federal court, with all others facing charges in Chelan or Douglas County. 6 of the 12 cases are still awaiting trial. Sheriff's deputies are asking for the public's help finding a Moses Lake man missing since late last week. 38-year-old Anthony James Mann was last seen on Friday around 6:30 a.m. in Moses Lake. Yesterday, about 6 p.m., his unoccupied vehicle was found and reported near Trail Lake, south of Coulee City. Deputies say Mann may be at risk due to a medical condition and may not be able to return to safety without assistance. He's described as 5 feet 9 inches tall and 185 pounds, possibly wearing dark-colored jeans, a dark shirt, and a zip-up sweatshirt. Deputies this morning were searching the area near Trail Lake. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Grant County Sheriff's Office. On Friday, officials at the Chelan-Douglas Health District confirmed a case of rodent-borne Hantavirus had been confirmed in Chelan County. The illness is very much in the news with the case of the MV Hantavirus, an ocean-going tour ship where passengers contracted a different form of Hantavirus that can move from person to person. Dr. James Wallace is the public health officer for Chelan-Douglas and Okanagan counties. Wenatchee World reporter Oscar Rodriguez asked Wallace to explain the disease.
Hantavirus is a description of a disease that can be caused by a number of different types of viruses. So Hantavirus is caused by one virus in the Western United States, another virus in other parts of the world. And because the symptoms are similar, we call it all Hantavirus. But it's important to understand that the type we have in north central Washington is different than the type that is found in South America. And there are other types in Europe and Asia that are also caused by different viruses. And there's some important differences in how they're spread, what types of animals they come from, and the important fact that there's one type we have in north central Washington that's very different from other types that are receiving some attention in the media from other parts of the world.
Speaking to the one that was identified by the health district here last week, could you tell us a little bit about that case and how frequently these cases pop up? Is this a new thing, or it hasn't been popping up for several years?
Yeah, great question. So the type of virus that we have in north central Washington is called sin nombre virus. That is a form of hantavirus that's caused by a virus that's only found in rodent droppings, urine, and saliva, and particularly in north central Washington in deer mice. So these are the little brown mice that we love to live out in the wild, but oftentimes live in our outbuildings, sometimes our houses, our cars. And they can transmit the sin nombre virus. The sin nombre virus then infects people and causes hantavirus. And so hantavirus is a respiratory illness that causes first flu-like symptoms for a couple of days, but then progresses into a much more serious illness that affects the lungs and can affect the kidneys and causes those systems to be overwhelmed by an inflammatory response that oftentimes requires hospitalization and unfortunately is serious enough to lead to death in 1 out of 3 cases, or about 33% of cases. So it's a very serious illness. It's an illness that we do have here in north central Washington and that we see from time to time. Washington State has about anywhere from 0 to 5 cases reported a year. We haven't had a hantavirus case in Chelan County in almost 10 years. Grant County has had a case in the recent past. And so we put out the release and the notification that we've had a case last night just to keep it on the minds of people, because especially in this time of year when we're cleaning out outbuildings, doing spring cleaning, or the rodents themselves begin to start looking for cooler places to live, might come into our cars, into our attics, crawl spaces, outbuildings. And we need to take special precautions when we're cleaning those areas, because the droppings and the debris around where mice have been can be stirred up in a normal cleaning process. And then the viral particles get aerosolized, they're put into the air, and then when we breathe them, that's when we get infected. The virus that's caused hantavirus in the cruise ship that came from Argentina ultimately to the Canary Islands, that is caused by Andes virus. It's specific to South America. The most important characteristic that differentiates our sin nombre virus with the Andes virus is that ours is only spread from mice to people. The Andes virus, it can be spread from person to person. We don't have any evidence of sin nombre virus being spread from person to person, but we know through reviews of prior outbreaks that the Andes virus can be spread from person to person, much like the flu or COVID or any other respiratory illness can be spread through the air between one person and another. The Andes virus from the cruise ship can be spread from person to person. That's a concern. And so public health officials are appropriately responding to investigate cases, track people that have been in contact with individuals who are known to be infected with the Andes virus. King County and the Department of Health did release a press release at the end of last week as well, sharing for public information that there are now 6 people in the state who have had some degree of contact with individuals with known exposure, known infection from the MV Hantavirus. But those individuals do not have symptoms, they're not contagious, and their symptoms are being monitored.
When we come back, Douglas County and the city of Wenatchee both have upcoming open houses for residents to learn about or give feedback on their comprehensive plans. And a Winthrop lawyer was recognized by the Community Foundation of North Central Washington for her work in helping people create charitable legacies in the Methow Valley. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Vape companies market vaping as a de-stressor, but nicotine can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. 90% of those who quit felt less stressed, anxious, or depressed. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
An occupant of a Wenatchee hotel allegedly tried and failed to disable the smoke detector in their room and then started a small fire that activated that alarm. Wenatchee Valley Fire Chief Brian Brett told NCWLIFE News it happened around 5:45 a.m. Saturday.
We get dispatched to a commercial fire alarm at the Red Lion Hotel. Fire crews arrived to find the alarm going off. The bathroom was on fire. In one of the occupant rooms, occupant had left the scene momentarily. Crews were able to extinguish that fire, contain it to the bathroom, and the occupant did come back and tell us what the cause of the fire was. And he had decided to smoke in the room and took measures to disable the smoke detection equipment in the bathroom. His methodology failed and ignited the combustibles he used to try and conceal the smoke, of which then brought a full response from the fire department. He'll likely have to pay for those damages.
Douglas County and the city of Wenatchee both have upcoming open houses for residents to learn about or give feedback on their comprehensive plans. Cities and counties are required by the Washington Growth Management Act to adopt comprehensive plans and development regulations for their communities. Douglas County will host an open house tomorrow at the Public Services Building in East Wenatchee. Topics to be covered include updates to the hazard mitigation and comprehensive plans, land capacity analysis, and transportation elements. Meanwhile, the city of Wenatchee will host its own open house on May 27th to review the 2026 to 2046 Urban Area Comprehensive Plan and accompanying draft environmental impact statement. Attendees will be able to ask questions and provide feedback during the event, which will be held in the City Council chambers inside City Hall. A Winthrop lawyer was recognized by the Community Foundation of North Central Washington for her work in helping people create charitable legacies in the Methow Valley. Natalie Cooler, an estate planning and business lawyer, was recently given the Robert L. White Award for Excellence in Community Philanthropy. The award is in its fourth year and recognizes professional advisors who actively encourage charitable giving through their work with clients. Cooler moved to the Methow Valley with a desire to protect and give back to public lands. One nominator said she is the go-to attorney for estate planning who has a broad client base that represents the diversity of the community she serves, providing them the outcomes they desire. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will visit with Chelan County Fair Manager Tasha Johnston as she finishes up her first year as fair chief. Warming temperatures are expected through the week and into our Memorial Day weekend. I'll have your local weather details, and Cade Calvin will have all area sports straight ahead as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Slide and surf all summer long. Soundwave Saturdays, more than a surf park, it's the summer scene. Grab a drink and enjoy live music every Saturday in July and August. Slide Waters in Lake Chelan. Don't miss it.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
During the Chelan County Fair, Tasha Johnston is a lover of elephant ears, Ferris wheels, and pigs. In September, she will finish her first year as the fair's director. Johnston recently took over as the Chelan County Fair and Expo Center director after her predecessor, Karen Welch's retirement. Welch retired in April after 15 years as director. In tonight's feature story, Johnston was interviewed for the Chelan County Connection podcast and spoke about how her new role is going so far and goals she has for the future.
Everything is going great. It's been an exciting and rewarding transition. Having served as the assistant director over the past year, working alongside Karen has been absolutely amazing. I was fortunate to already understand the operations and the community expectations. So stepping into the director role has allowed me to build on the foundation and bring fresh new energy and ideas while still honoring the traditions to make our fair and expo center just so special. I come from working with a banking background, and I've had the privilege of working closely with the fair for over the past going on 18 years now, and I've developed a deep appreciation for how important the expo center and the fairgrounds is to our community. My background is rooted in organization and community engagement. I'm really passionate about creating experiences that bring people together in the community, and that's what our fairground represents. Personally, I value hard work, strong relationships, and creating a welcoming environment for everyone who walks through our gates. I work Sunday to Sunday during the on-season. My role involves overseeing daily operations of the entire facility, coordinating all of the events, which we have events every single weekend, whether it's private events or public events. I maintain the grounds along with a maintenance worker, managing their schedule as well and ensuring everything just runs smoothly for both the large events and the small events that we have between weddings and quinceañeras or even the Bluegrass Festival. It's a balance of logistics and leadership and long-term planning to keep the facility functioning, welcoming, and continuously improving every single day. One of my immediate focuses is always enhancing the overall guest experience, everything from cleanliness and organizing to just improving event flow. I would say what attracted me most is the impact that this role has on the community. The fairgrounds are more than just a venue. It's a gathering place for families, agriculture, youth programs, and even local events that are year-round. I was drawn to the opportunity to continue to grow something that already means so much to just so many people. We're really excited about this year's fair. We've announced our entertainment, which is always a big highlight, along with this year's theme. Both reflect our goal of creating a fun, memorable experience for all ages. The energy around this year's fair is already building, and we can't wait to share it with the community. This year, our Thursday night concert is John Morgan, and our Friday night concert is Ray Lynn. The theme this year is Stars, Stripes, and Carnival Lights in the celebration of America's 250th anniversary.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. I mentioned yesterday that today would be a lot like our Monday weather, and boy, it sure was, with some clouds out there and some breezy conditions. You can see some of those clouds as we look out our weather window from this afternoon. This is our Rondo camera, and it's looking straight back at Turtle Rock, but the Columbia, a much quieter body of water today than it was yesterday, with those winds about 20 to 25 miles an hour. But the good news, we have a warming trend beginning as we get you into our Wednesday, and we will see maybe some breezy winds up in the Okanagan Valley, but for here, partly cloudy to mostly sunny and warmer. We're talking high temperatures here in the Wenatchee Valley, most likely upper 70s Wednesday, going lower 80s on Thursday, mid 80s on Friday, and then by Saturday, a bit of a cool down. But boy, as we start that long Memorial Day weekend, things look nice on Saturday as well. And we'll get you more on that coming up a little bit later on. But today, a lot like yesterday, almost exactly where we should be for this time of year. Our normal high is 73. We were at 74 degrees today. And as far as lows go, 50 is our normal low. 52 is what we recorded this morning. Record high temperature, 91 degrees just 3 years ago in 2023. And our record low, 34, and that was set in 1975. Sunrise 5:19, and the sun sets this evening at 8:36. Let's get you in now to that Wednesday forecast, and we will see warmer temperatures. Lots of 78s on the map for tomorrow. Moses Lake, Ephrata, into Quincy. Back here in the Wenatchee Valley, we should see 78. Eniat and Chelan, Omak as well at 78. The cool spot tomorrow, pretty nice place to be up in Lake Wenatchee with partly cloudy skies and 74 degrees. All right, now your forecast. Tonight we expect partly cloudy skies. This area of high pressure is going to be here almost the entire week and into the weekend. Seasonal lows tonight with temperatures right around that 50-degree mark. And then as we get you into Wednesday, beautiful. The warming trend begins, mostly sunny and warmer. We will see highs tomorrow, as we mentioned earlier, into the upper 70s. All of us pretty much enjoying mid to upper 70s for Wednesday, and we will continue with that warm up on Thursday. Just check out all of the clear skies along the western coastline. We'll see warmer temperatures Thursday, highs around 80 degrees, and we'll continue to go up from there as we get you into the end of the week on Friday. Many of you taking Friday off for a long weekend, and good choice. Friday, sunny and warmer with high temperatures in the mid-80s, and you can see that orange color. That's all 80-degree readings as we get into Friday. Kicking off our long weekend on Saturday, sunny skies and warm, maybe some filtered sunshine up north around Winthrop and Twist, but still awfully nice. Low to mid-80s on Saturday, and even as we get into Sunday, things still look really nice, although have an area of low pressure that's moved down from the Gulf of Alaska. It's got some showers with it, but not on Sunday. We'll see partly cloudy skies. We'll still be warm with highs on Sunday around 80. Unfortunately, as we get you into Memorial Day on Monday, here comes that storm system, bringing lots of wind with it, cloudy skies, about a 50% chance of rain, and yes, cooler temperatures. We're only going to get up into the upper 60s for high temperatures on Monday. All right, time for your 7-day forecast now, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 50 degrees overnight tonight, and look at this stretch of weather Wednesday right through Saturday. Sunshine, upper 70s Wednesday, mid 80s on Friday. Kicking off our weekend, we're looking at low to mid 80s on Saturday. partly cloudy, still nice for Sunday as well, and 80 degrees. And then we will see some weather changes as we get into Monday. Cloudy, windy, a 50% chance of rain with high temperatures on Memorial Day only at 69 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, everyone, and thanks for staying with us. I'm Cade Calvin. We've got a special interview with one of the stars of this Friday's Stiefel Stars on Ice. The 2026 Stiefel Stars on Ice Tour makes a stop at the Town Toyota Center on May 22nd, featuring a star-studded cast of Olympic medalists and world champions. Headlining the event is Olympic champion Ilya Malinin, better known to many fans as the Quad God.
It is definitely a different environment from our usual competitive environments. It's really just somewhere where they get to see all of the Olympic figure skating team go out there and not have any expectations on us, whether it's from the judges or from what the crowd wants. It's purely just going out there and showing our love for the sport and just showing the kind of another side of ourselves that we wouldn't really show in competition.
For Malinin, Stars on Ice is a chance to show fans a different side of figure skating, one that's less about scores and more about entertainment. The show will also feature Olympic champions Alyssa Liu, Madison Schock, and Evan Bates, along with several members of Team USA fresh off the 2026 Winter Olympics. And while the tour features some of the biggest names in the sport, the skaters say they also hope the show inspires the next generation.
Our hopes is that it ignites like a spark in people to, hopefully give it a try on the ice or to even come back next year, just because we love the sport so much and it's just our passion to keep on skating and keep on going. So to see that support from people would be awesome and would help us keep going for future years.
Local fans will also get a chance to see Wenatchee's own Liam Kapakis return home to perform as part of the tour. Malinin says the support of the fans and the energy inside venues like the Town Toyota Center are what make these shows special.
It absolutely affects everything. I think it's really just a game changer, honestly. Going into, big arenas and seeing them fully sold out or nearly sold out and having the audience just so riled up and excited, it really helps us feel good and really want to go out there and perform for them.
Off the ice, the Quad God says his interests are just as high energy as his skating style.
I'm kind of like a daredevil, honestly. I enjoy, taking risks and just trying new things. So there's so many things that I could do and people would be like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Or something that always speaks my interest is I like to know a lot. So I'm really big on conspiracy theories and just kind of a little bit of those kind of topics where it's I enjoy talking about theoretically or hypothetical things. I would say just, I really enjoy doing flips, tricks outside, on the trampoline, even though, they say that it's kind of risky for my sport. So, or skateboarding even. I love to skateboard.
He tells us that he looks forward to visiting Wenatchee and enjoys meeting fans from all over the world.
It's just honestly traveling places in a very short time, I think is, it's kind of the exhausting part of the show, but it's also very fun because you get to go out and, see what the other places are like. For example, I'd say a week or two ago, we were already in New York. So it's we're on the complete other side of the country in just a few weeks. And that sometimes blows my mind just how fast, you go from one side of the country to the other.
After a whirlwind tour across the country, Malinin says he's excited to bring the show to North Central Washington.
Look forward to all of us having fun. And, I want to, just say that people, when they come, just, have an open mind and really just enjoy the show.
The Stiefel Stars on Ice kicks off this Friday at 7 p.m. at the Town Toyota Center in Wenatchee. Tickets are available at towntoyotacenter.com. Alrighty, that's all for sports this time. Reporting for NCWLIFE, I'm Cade Calvin.
And that will do it for the NCW Life Evening News this Tuesday. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.